神羅転生
Yo, what's going on everyone? It is the Mist again and welcome back to a new video on the channel today. So episode 50 just came out and yeah, I just wanted to talk about it because obviously it is very exciting. You know, this is a big milestone, I suppose, 50 episodes in, and as you expect from a major milestone, they kind of did this within the Naruto series as well. It was an episode based on the events which have occurred throughout the entire series so far. So I mean, was it an exciting episode? No, but we did get to see a lot of the teachers' opinions, you know, such as Shino Sensei, Udon Sensei, Konohamaru, and Moigi. And now Hanabi was in it at the end, and we'll get onto that later, but mainly we just got to see these four teachers, sensei I should say, just discussing their students and whether or not they are able to, you know, partake within the Chunin exams based on the events that have occurred so far, you know, based on the events that we've seen happen with them. And they specifically focused on Team 10, Team 15, and Team 7. They did mention Sumire, but barely. I don't know why that was. I guess it was just because Hanabi wasn't there, but it was kind of odd. So they mainly focused on, you know, Boruto's team, Iwabe's team, and Shikarai's team. So they went through each of the characters, saying, you know, what happened with them, where they came from, essentially, you know, how they've grown, and then they also talked about, later on in the episode, they also talk about the characters', you know, strength and how strong they are and how much potential they have. And it was just really cool to see that type of stuff, you know, because seeing the sensei acknowledge their students is very special in my opinion, because throughout the series we see them striving to be acknowledged, if you know what I mean. So it's always cool, in my opinion anyways, to see a student get acknowledged by their sensei, because I mean, it's just, you know, it just means that they've achieved something at a high level and, you know, they're being acknowledged for it. So that was obviously cool in my opinion. But the episode itself, I mean, although it was not exciting, I would say it wasn't bad. I would give this episode, honestly, probably like a 6 out of 10, because, you know, it did what it wanted to do. I'm not going to say it did what it needed to. I guess it did what it needed to do, but was there even a purpose? I mean, I'm not too sure as of right now. I have to think about this episode some more in depth, but I understand why they made this episode, right? Because we've had 50 episodes, and usually within any series, there's always that one episode that does the recap of everything that's happened, and just so happened it had to be episode 50 for Boruto. And just to keep this into perspective, episode 23 or 24, I believe, episode 24 of Naruto, the original Naruto, was the recap episode in that series, and this is literally like 26 episodes more than that. So Boruto, we're in here for the long ride, guys. Like, this is just the beginning, essentially, is what it's telling me. And yeah, we've got a lot more episodes to go, I suppose, guys. If that was just a recap of the beginning, you know, just the academy days, god, we've got a long ways to go. I mean, it excites me, definitely. I mean, I'm definitely excited, and just thinking about it, it's crazy that, I mean, we've essentially only just become Genin still. You know, it's very exciting in my opinion to see where this is all going to end up and go, and I just cannot wait. I cannot wait for the future. And next week's episode obviously looks awesome as well. One thing that they did well in this episode, I should say, was just the interactions between the teachers. I really enjoyed it, actually. It was quite funny most of the time. Like, so essentially they were trying to explain to, like, Udon everything that happened, because he wasn't there most of the time, obviously, and that's even stated within the episode. And then it's talking about Sumire and how Udon thought that she was the cause, you know, to blame for the Noe incident, which she was. Let's not be stupid here. And then Shino looks at him and says it wasn't her fault, in like a real harsh tone, and with his face in a, you know, like a weird emotion type of thing. And it was just pretty funny, you know, Udon shits himself. And then later on in the episode, when every one of the teachers or sensei just get really stuffed and drunk, it was just hilarious in my opinion. Especially when Hanabi arrives, because obviously going into this episode there was a lot of hype around the ship, I should say, between Konohamaru and Hanabi, and that was kind of hinted towards in this episode with their like little high five and them sitting next to each other and their interaction in general. However, I kind of think it would be weird because both of them see Boruto as their little brother. So I mean, I think what they're trying to do is tease us, definitely, because they kind of are trying to say themselves, no, this is not happening because it's weird, you know? They are both kind of sibling figures to Boruto, so we cannot do this. And I mean, would it be a good idea for Konohamaru to end up with Hanabi? Probably not, because Naruto also ended up with a Hyuga, and Konohamaru gets enough shit as it is for being a Naruto clone, quote unquote, which I do not agree with. But if that happened, God, he would get so much hate, I'm serious. So I don't know, guys, probably Moigi would be my guess. That'd probably be good. One concern I had in this episode was actually the art, and now this is gonna, you guys probably won't care, but it was just something that bugged me so hard. So there were still scenes where it was Moigi, Shino, and Konohamaru, and Moigi's legs were drawn so badly that it just made me cringe. Like, I have no idea what they were thinking, because it just looked so terrible. I don't know, guys. The art in these scenes just made me cringe, and it kind of took me out of what was happening, because I couldn't stop looking at how bad it was drawn. But I mean, that's just a tiny bad side, I guess. But in general, guys, this episode really wasn't that bad. I mean, for an episode like this, which is just made to recap everything that happened, you can't really call it shit, because it's not trying to do anything like that it shouldn't be. You know, it's got a set purpose, which is to show everyone what has happened. It's a recap episode. I mean, can you really shit on it? Like, not really. I mean, the episode literally did what it wanted to and did what it needed to. So for that reason, I mean, it did its job, and it was a pretty decent episode in my opinion, because we did get to see the sensei's opinions, got to get a cool recap of everything that had happened, get to see the teachers' insights into the students, and kind of just got a bit more of an understanding on the characters and their importance within the series. For example, when they were talking about Denki, a big foreshadowment, I would say, in my opinion, happened when Shino Sensei said with his technological advances or technological skills, he's going to prove very important within the future, within the forthcoming future. So that was obviously, you know, foreshadowment to Denki's major role in the series later on, obviously. And, you know, just stuff like that was really cool to see. And they harped on about Iwabe for quite a while, like, honestly, and I was quite happy to hear about that, you know, talking about how he persevered and how he's finally showing his true potential. And I mean, that kind of stuff just makes me pretty happy, because, you know, I like these characters, and it's cool, like I said, it's cool to see them getting acknowledged and stuff like that. So in my opinion, guys, this episode was quite good. Definitely not a 10 out of 10, but for what it wanted to do and what it needed to do, I guess it was perfect. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out, guys, and see you later.